Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. So, this week I decided I wanted something simple. Rather than chopping a lot of things or using multiple pots on the same burner, I decided this week I would make something that was fairly easy, but the outcome of which would be excellent. So, this week we are making soup. That's right, soup. I love soup, and even though it's been cold lately, in my opinion, any weather is soup weather. So, tonight we are going to make some bean and bacon soup. That's right. So let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's soup. Of course, we start out with some white beans. We have some American bacon. And finally, we have my favorite negashio broth. That's basically what we're going to be working with. All right, let's go ahead and start cooking. So we're going to start by putting in my negashio broth here. Go. All right. Next, we're going to put in the beans. Now, I put in about half of that bag of beans in a bowl of water last night, and they've really plumped up. I'm not going to use all these beans in this broth. Probably about half of what I got. The other half, I think I'm going to use for something else. All right, so I'll use my slotted spoon here to put in about half of what we got. Go. All right, that should be enough. Next, we're going to use some of this bacon. There's a lot of beans in there, so I think I'll put in a couple of pieces. This will be mostly to flavor everything. Give a nice little bit of a meaty taste. All right, we can get these. We're just going to tear them up into small pieces. There we go. Go. All right, that's 4 strips of bacon. Let's stir it up. All right, so I'm going to turn on the heat and get this stuff heated. But I've got one more ingredient to put in, some powdered mashed potatoes. These are actually Swedish. I'm going to put in some of these to thicken up the soup. Okay, for this, I think we're just going to kind of eyeball it, and I reserve the right to add more later. That should probably do for now. Let's stir that one up. There we go. All right. Put on the lid, and we'll let this cook for a while. Once it starts boiling, I'll turn the heat down. This is actually coming out the lid. We're going to turn this down now. All right. A little bit of a stir here. All I have to do now is let this cook for a while. Let's check in on our soup. It's been about an hour and a half here. Yeah, you know what? I think we need just a little bit more of these instant mashed potatoes to thicken up the broth. That should do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say that's working nicely. All right. Let's cover that back up and let it cook for a little longer. It's been a little over 2 hours. I think it's time to check in on this. It smells good. And I like the consistency. I think those mashed potatoes did their job. All right. Let's turn this off, get some into a bowl, and try it out. All right. Moment of truth. I have here a nice bowl of bean and bacon soup. All right. Pretty simple stuff, right? It smells pretty good, but, of course, we won't know unless we give it a try and see how it tastes. All right. And there's plenty of everything in here. The beans and the bacon, so I don't have to worry about trying too hard to get much of anything. Go. A nice spoonful. Oh, that is nice. That is very nice, actually. Yeah, man. The beans are definitely hearty, and of course that bacon gives it a little bit of nice flavor. Mmm. Mmm. That is nice, man. Mmm. So, this was extremely easy to make. I had to put the beans into a bowl with water the night before. Other than that, it was just a matter of putting in the broth, putting in the beans, tearing up the bacon. That was it. It's a pretty simple dish, and that's exactly what I was going for. So, this really hits the spot, and I'm really pleased with the result. I actually have an extra bowl back behind me, so I even have enough for another time. But I am going to go ahead and finish this here. This is kind of a late dinner for me, as usual. But, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.